possessive pronouns, my, whose, mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs.
Okay, excellent, Benjamin. Excellent. Well, as you mentioned, we were talking about possessive pronouns in the previous lesson, and you mentioned the different possessive pronouns that we have: mine, yours, hers, etc. And also you mentioned whose. Do you remember what we use whose for?
For questions about anything.
Okay, excellent. For questions, to ask who owns something. Okay, so far, do you have any questions with this grammar topic?
No, it's okay.
It's okay. Excellent. So these were the 6 words that we have to learn in our previous lesson. We're gonna continue learning these new 6 words. Okay, so here we have the first 3 words. The first, you ever heard about it?
Okay. Okay, let's just say okay. It's like copy anything. Copy something. Duplicate.
Okay, excellent. To copy something. Okay, let's see the meaning of this word. Okay, excellent. To make a deal. Okay, can you please read this example?
Yes, the documents have been duplicated. Parenthood is an experience nothing else can duplicate.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. The documents have been duplicated, and parenthood is an experience nothing else can duplicate. Okay, muy bien. Entonces tenemos que duplicate, it's a verb, un verbo, and it means to make an exact copy of something. Hacer una copia exacta de algo. Muy bien. The first one that was duplicate, then we have duplicate, but in this case as a noun, como sustantivo. And it basically means copy of something else. Un duplicado, algo que es la copia exacta de algo. Okay, can you read this example?
Yes, I lost the original form, so they sent me a duplicate.
Okay, thank you. I lost the original form, so they sent me a duplicate. Okay, perdí la copia original. Buen día. So, ellos me enviaron un duplicado. Muy bien. And then we have duplication. In this case,
your company was based on the duplication of management. Okay, it's like replicate.
Okay, replicate. In this case, is the process. Okay, so let's see what I mean. The act or process of making an exact copy or something. El acto o el proceso de hacer una copia exacta de algo. Okay, en este caso es cuando estamos en el proceso. Okay? For example, duplication of certain chromosomes can lead to abnormalities. Okay, la duplicación, el proceso de algunos cromosomas puede llevarnos a anormalidad. Este es un ejemplo de cómo se dice. These 3 words. Do you have any questions?
No, it's okay.
Okay, muy bien. So, next 3 words. The first one is failure. Have you ever heard of this word? Or do you have
failure? Okay, poor failure calls the system. Is when anything don't work correctly or fine.
Okay, when something works correctly. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, well, the fact of someone or something not succeeding. Okay, el hecho de que algo o alguien no funcione correctamente. Okay, can you read this example, please?
Yes, the meeting was a complete.
Sorry.
The meeting was a complete, total failure. I'm a bit of a failure at making cakes. I feel such a failure.
Okay, thank you. The meeting was a complete, total failure. I'm a bit of a failure at making. That means I cannot make, in this case, cakes. And I feel such a failure. No me siento exitoso. Okay, entonces, failure is el hecho de que alguien o algo no funcione o no tenga éxito esperado. Okay, so thank you, Benjamin. Good morning, Edgar and Alejandro. How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
Morning.
Excellent. I'm fine, thank you so much. Okay, so welcome to today's English lesson. We are reviewing some words that we didn't have a chance to learn in our previous lesson. We have already learned the first 3 words. That was duplicate as a verb. duplicate as a noun, and duplication. Do you have any questions with these words, or do you know the meaning of them?
No, I don't have questions.
Okay. Alejandro?
No, I don't have questions too.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So let's continue. Just to remember, duplicate, it's basically to make an exact copy or something. Hacer una copia exacta de algo. Okay, so we are in failure. That was the fact or someone or something not succeeding. El hecho de que algo o alguien. And then we have the word fail. The meaning of this word.
It's like when I don't make anything the current way, in the current way.
Okay, when you don't make something in the correct way. Let's see. Okay. To not succeed in what you're trying to achieve or expected to do. And basically the same that you mentioned, Benjamin. No tener éxito en lo que estás intentando o logrando o esperas hacer. Okay, thank you. And Edgar, can you read this example, please?
Sure. She moved to London. The hub in the hub finding works as a model, but failed.
Okay, thank
This
you.
method, okay.
Continue, please. Sorry.
This method of growing tomatoes never fails.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Edgar. And the first one that says, she moved to London in the hope of finding work as a model, but failed. Ella se mudó a Londres con la esperanza de encontrar un trabajo como modelo, pero fracasó. And this method of growing tomatoes never fails. Este método de crecimiento de tomates nunca falla. Okay. Entonces, this is the meaning of this word, fail, as a verb. And then we have the word failable that works as an adjective. Do you know this word or have you ever heard about this?
Yes, it's when you use for a person or things that doesn't work well or probably in the correct way.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. So let's see the meaning of this word. Okay, well done. It's like to be able or likely to make mistakes. Okay, es muy poco probable que haga o cometa errores. For example, Alejandro, can you please read
Yes.
this example?
We place our trust in doctors, but they are fallible like everyone else.
Okay, thank you. We place our trust in doctors, but they are fallible like everyone else. Okay, pusimos nuestra confianza en los doctores, ya que ellos casi no cometen errores. Okay, failable. Okay, so
Failable y es como confiable.
confiable.
Okay.
Yes, it can be
Okay.
confiable. O alguien o algo que no comete muchos errores.
Okay.
Okay. So, any question? Any other question?
No, it's okay.
So let's continue then. Well, at the beginning of this lesson, I was talking to Benjamin about the topic that we learned in our previous lesson. And do you remember what we talked about it? Edgar and Alejandro?
We check possessive pronouns and the difference between whose and whose. What else? We talk about spring cleaning.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Thank you. Alejandro, do you remember something?
Yeah, the same. The whose and the possessive pronouns.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Alejandro. Well, as you guys mentioned, and in the previous lesson, we were talking about possessive pronouns, and we also learned the difference between whose and whose. Okay, the pronunciation is the same, but the function of each is different. Do you remember what do we use this one for? Okay, the difference between these two words. Do you remember what do we use them for?
Whose es como de quién es.
Okay. ¿De quién es el segundo? Whose. And the first one?
Ese no
¿Quién?
no recuerdo.
¿Quién es?
Okay. Excellent. So the first one, whose, with the apostrophe, we use it. It's like a contraction. For example, we can say, who's hungry? Who's hungry? ¿Quién tiene hambre? And if we use who, whose shoes are these? ¿De quién? Okay, entonces el primero quedaríamos que es quién, and the second one is de quién. Okay, a quién le pertenece, y el primero quién es. Okay, so can you notice the difference between these two words?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So basically this was what we learned in our previous lesson, the use of different possessive pronouns. Okay, so let's continue then with today's topic. As Edgar mentioned, we also learned about spring cleaning. Do you remember what is spring cleaning?
Limpieza de primavera.
Okay, limpieza de primavera. Muy bien. It's okay, so let's talk about, let's practice with some questions about or related to this topic. Okay, do you remember that the general topic that we learned in the previous lesson was about cleaning? So the questions for this lesson are related to this topic. Okay, so let's start with the first question that says, do you like cleaning and why? Let's start with Benjamin.
I like cleaning because it's a better ay, ¿cómo se dice costumbre?
Custom?
As custom?
Yes.
Okay, I like cleaning because it's a good custom and cleaning every day my workplace and my house for feeling good with self with myself.
Okay, thank you. Benjamin, you mentioned that it's a custom that you have. Okay, we have two words for this for costumbre. We can say custom or habit.
Okay.
Un hábito, okay.
Okay.
Custom or habit. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. That was an explanation for this question. And Edgar, the same question. Do you like cleaning? Why?
In my personal opinion, I think mostly people don't like do cleaning because you need to spend a lot of time. In some cases, it's not very easy. So, but I agree with Benjamin. If you have a rule, and obviously if you are a strict person, you must do cleaning as a habit, because if you don't have this habit, probably you will be a complete mess in your house or wherever you stay or you be. So yeah, I preferred do cleaning every day. It's more cleaning, more organized for everyone.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. Well, that was also a good explanation and an answer for this question. So you prefer better things and house are organized and clean. Okay, thank you, Edgar. And Alejandro, the same question, please. Do you like cleaning and why?
I think yes, because you can, as Edgar mentioned, you can have the things organized, and it's more easy and comfortable have all clean.
Okay, thank you, Alejandro. For you, it's more comfortable to have your things cleaned and organized. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for this first question. Okay, and then the second question. As you mentioned that you like cleaning and have your things organized and clean, it's obvious that you have to use some products for cleaning. So this second question is about what products do you use for cleaning? Do you think that soap and water are good enough? And Benjamin?
Maybe the broom is it called?
Broom, escoba, yes.
Broom, soap, jabón, ¿no?
Soap,
Soap.
jabón, soap.
Soap or towels for cleaning.
So you use these two products, a broom and soap.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you use any other products besides these two?
Maybe towels for cleaning.
Okay, can you repeat, please?
Towels for cleaning o toallas para limpiar o trapos.
Towels, okay. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. Okay, and Edgar, the same question. What products do you use for cleaning?
Well, I think it's not enough. Obviously, the two things that mentioned of the question, because, for example, when you cook, probably the oh Jesus, I don't remember the word of grasa. When you work with this stuff, you must work with, well, clean with special liquids. Obviously, if you clean more deep, you can use chloride or white. I don't remember the correct way. What else? A picker with a brush, and that's it.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. Excellent. You mentioned that you use different products depending on the activity you're doing, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. And the same question for Alejandro, please. What products do you use for cleaning? Product or article in this case?
The same, the soap, water, a broom, and a mop.
A mop, okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Well, some products or put in the water or something like that.
Okay, some liquids to make your smell fresh, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, and how often do you buy this product? And Alejandro?
Maybe once per month.
Okay, once per month?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so the third question is about the different activities that we usually do at home and household activities. So this third question is about what is your favorite and least favorite cleaning task? Why and how often do you do it? Benjamin?
Okay.
Please.
I don't know. Maybe my favorite cleaning task is washing the dishes
Okay.
because it's a little relax. And my last favorite cleaning is maybe clean the, the pet area, because it's more mm, the smells is not as good.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned that your favorite task, cleaning task, is washing the dishes because you find it relaxing, and the least one is cleaning the pet area, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay. So because the smell is strong.
yes.
Okay. Excellent. And Edgar, the same question, please.
Well, I totally agree with Benjamin. It's the same as when I washing the dishes. I think it's more easy because it's an action that you could be relaxed. In my case, the most difficult activity probably is mopping.
Okay. You also find relaxing to do the dishes. Okay. Excellent. And mopping is the activity that you don't usually like. Okay. So how often do you do the dishes, Edgar?
Every day.
Every day. Okay. And mopping?
At least twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. And Alejandro, please, same question.
I think I prefer sweep the house.
Okay, clean the house, the entire house.
Sweep. Sweep. Barrer.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And I think I don't like mopping, like Edgar said. I think it's more difficult.
Okay. And how often do you sweep your house?
Maybe 1 or 2 times per week.
Once or twice per week. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Why don't you like mopping?
I'm not sure. I think it's more stressing, the mop.
Okay, it's stressing for you to mop your house. Okay. Excellent, Alejandro. Thank you. Okay, so we have this following question, and we have some words or vocabulary related things that we can usually find in our house at home. We have the first word that is cobweb, dust, and mold. Do you know these words?
Mold? No.
Dust is, for example, when the wind probably push some particulars in the windows. And the cobweb, I don't know what is the meaning.
Okay, let's briefly explain this. The meaning of this word. Cobwebs are I think that spiders usually left or live in the corner of your house. Telarañas.
Uh,
Cobwebs son telarañas. Those, as you mentioned, are some particles. Es polvo. And mold is something that is generated by the humidity when it's really hot and the water somehow evaporates. But it's known in Spanish as mojo. Have you ever heard this word?
yes, it's small.
Mojo. Okay. No, I don't know how you say it, but
Yeah, it's very funny because in the southwest of Mexico, they use mojo.
mojo.
Yeah, but I think the correct word is mo. M-O-H-O.
Yes. That's it. Here in the south, in Quintana, we say mojo. We pronounce the H. But I have also heard that in some places of Mexico, they don't usually pronounce the letter
Right.
H, and they say mojo, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
right. Well, depending on the place we are, it's the pronunciation. But I don't know what the correct pronunciation of this word. So,
Mo. Mo.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Edgar, for telling me that.
You're welcome.
Okay, but that's the meaning of this word, mold. Okay, so once that we know the meaning of these three words, and we have this question: how do you usually get rid of cobwebs, dust, and mold, etc.? And Benjamin, please.
Yes, maybe with a broom or aspiradora,
A vacuum.
a vacuum. Okay, sí, only with that.
Okay. Thank you, Edgar. And sorry, Benjamin. And Edgar, the same question, please.
Well, as I mentioned, probably if you try to do everyday cleaning in your house, you get right all the things that mentioned, cobweb, dust, mold. If you do in the correct and the best way the cleaning.
Okay, so you do it usually every day to avoid having this kind of thing at home, right?
Right.
Get rid of cobwebs, dust, and mold. Okay, excellent. And Alejandro, the same question, please.
I think it's the same thing that you said. If you don't clean regularly, you can get some of them, principally dust, I think.
Okay, you mentioned to clean regularly to avoid having these kind of things. Okay, thank you, Alejandro. And then we continue with the fifth question. What is the hardest thing to get clean? Why and how do you manage it? Okay, do you know this expression, manage it?
Ayudarte a.
Okay.
How can you do it?
Okay, how can you do it? Or yes, or how can you achieve to do it? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Or how do you do it? Okay. So Alejandro, what is the hardest thing to get clean at home? Why and how do you manage?
I'm not sure. Maybe the garage, because the pet is on it.
The garage?
More bigger. Yeah.
Okay. The garage. In this case, we say just bigger. We don't add the word more. Okay. Okay. Algo más grande, decimos bigger. Okay, you know, we don't say more bigger. Okay, thank you, Alejandro. You mentioned to clean the garage because it's bigger. Okay, thank you. And how do you manage to clean the garage?
Using a archer to clean more faster or clean faster. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, Alejandro, excellent. Okay, the same question for Edgar. What is the hardest thing to clean at home? Why and how do you manage it?
Well, I find the hardest thing to get clean the casseroles and pans that have a lot of oil. It's complicated cleaning the kind of dishes. Obviously, if you don't have the correct tools to do this homework, probably just spend a lot of time.
Okay, I totally agree with you. To do these activities somehow the hardest thing to get clean. Okay, thank you, Edgar. And Benjamin, the same question, please. What is the hardest thing to get clean?
Okay, maybe the backyard because the floor is very, ¿cómo se dice áspero?
Sorry, which word?
Áspero, ¿cómo se diría? Áspero.
But we're talking about the grass, right?
Yes, the backyard, the floor of the backyard.
We can say rough.
Road. Okay, is the floor is very
Thank
rough.
you.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. But I managed to do it with help of a hard broom.
Okay. So you think that's the hardest thing to get clean, the backyard. Okay. Thank you, Benjamin. Okay, so we are running out of time. Can you please rejoin to the same link, please?
Okay.
Sure.
Start the recording again. Okay, so let's continue with the following question that we have here, the sixth question. Would you consider hiring a cleaner to do the jobs that you hate? And how much would you pay per hour? Would you or have you ever considered? Okay, Edgar, can you help me with this question?
It's a tricky question because some people keep in mind that obviously if they have money, probably they could be hiring a cleaning person to do these jobs. But the problem is obviously if you have a healthy economic, if you don't afford this job, probably you don't have another option that you must do. How much will you pay per hour? I don't know, probably I think it depends how many tasks. If the house is bigger, probably the effort that it could be spend time. So, but talking about in general, an average, I think 300 or 400 per day.
Okay, Edgar. And well, we mentioned that depends on the size of the house and the different activities that the cleaner has to do. It's the price that you have to pay to him or to her, right?
Right.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Thank you. And Benjamin, the same question. Would you consider hiring a cleaner to do the job that you hate? And how much would you pay per hour?
Okay, I never think about it. Maybe only if I am many bossy, and maybe I will pay 50 or 100 per hour. I don't know.
Okay, 100 per hour. Okay, thank you, Edgar. And sorry, Benjamin. And finally, Alejandro, would you or have you ever considered hiring a cleaner to do the job that you hate?
I think I not consider that because, well, in my case, and I think some people think that their house or your house is some private, so I don't like to have a external people there.
Okay, that's acceptable. You prefer to do your own things, and you don't prefer to have other people that you don't know really well inside of it. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Alejandro. Okay, so far, do you have any questions with all the vocabulary that we have learned today, or with this question?
Oh,
I have a question, Jose. What's
Yes,
the difference between a staff and tools?
stuff and tools. Okay, let me write in the chat the word stuff, tools, and we have other words that is things. Do you know this word? Okay, so let's start with things. Things are, it's a word to describe different objects at the same time. It's plural. For example, we can say, my things are in the closet. If we say my things are in the closet, we probably say that I have clothes, shoes, and different articles inside of the closet. We are talking about plural objects. Okay, and then we have the word stuff. The word stuff, we can use it. Let me write my stuff. It's my word stuff. Sorry, my stuff is in the closet. As you can see, the word stuff is a singular noun, es singular, un sustantivo singular, but we also use it to describe different things. If I say my stuff is in the closet, I also mean that I have different things inside of the closet. For example, shoes, clothes. But in this case, we are using this word as singular. Okay, and tools. My tools. Sorry. My tools are in the garage. So the word tools is also plural, but usually the word tools are, the word is used to describe things that some people use to do a specific job. For example, a carpenter do you know what is a carpenter?
Yes.
Okay, un carpintero, for example, he used tools to do his work, and he can use a hammer, nails, un martillo, clavos, wood, madera. Okay, so this word, herramientas. Okay, so can you notice the difference between these three words?
Yes.
Okay, so we use things for plural, stuff for singular and tools for specific context. Okay, it means herramienta. Okay, so any questions with this?
Thank you. No, I don't have more questions. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, and thanks for this question. Okay, any other question? That you might have?
Thank you.
Okay, so let's continue then. We only have 9 minutes before we finish. So let's ask some more questions. Okay, we have this question, the 7th question. Why is hygiene important and how important is it to you and your family? Edgar?
It's important because obviously the hygiene prevents and avoid infections or bad symptoms. Eliminate all the bad particulars in the environment, and it's important for everyone because, as I mentioned, obviously in all the cases, in all sites, you will see they have more positive things than bad things.
Okay, Edgar, thank you so much for this answer. You mentioned that that's important for you because to avoid getting infections, to have your house clean, and all the different aspects to prevent getting a disease or something like that, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you, Edgar. And Alejandro, the same question, please.
I think the hygiene is important because, as Edgar mentioned, you can prevent some symptoms to sick.
Okay. Okay, continue, please.
Well, I think for me it's more comfortable to have the hygiene because you have a better space for you and for your family.
Okay, thank you, Alejandro. You also mentioned to avoid getting infections, and it's more comfortable for you to have a clean space and also for your family. Okay, thank you, Alejandro. And the following question that we have here, do you take pride in the cleanliness of your surroundings? Benjamin, please.
Yes, because it's something that makes you feel good about yourself, and only that.
Okay, it makes you feel good when something or a place clean. Okay, thank you, Benjamin. The following question that we have here, are you upset when somebody makes a mess in your home, and why? Edgar?
Obviously, I will be upset because you just spend time an effort to these activities. If it's an aware action for another person, yeah, I'm 100% that I will be upset.
Okay, I totally understand. Okay. So what do you usually do when someone makes a mess at home?
Well, if it's a family member, probably I asking to clean the mess. but if it's not a member, probably I could be don't say anything.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So if it isn't part of your family, you don't say anything. Okay, so thank you, Edgar. And the same question for Benjamin. Are you upset when somebody makes a mess in your home, and why?
Yes, because it's difficult or it's a lot of work to keep clean.
Okay, you're also upset about it. And yeah, as you mentioned, it's a lot of effort that you put to clean your house. And I think it isn't fair that someone else makes a mess in it. Okay. And finally, with Alejandro, the same question. Are you upset when somebody makes a mess in your home, and why?
Yes, I think the same that Benjamin, because it's so difficult to keep the house clean.
Okay, thank you, Alejandro. It's also you spend a lot of time doing and cleaning your house. So it's obviously that you get upset when somebody makes a mess in your home. Okay, guys. We only have 3 minutes left before we finish. And so far, we're gonna stop here with the questions. But before we left, what have you learned so far from this topic? From this topic that we have started learning in the previous lesson and with today's lesson? Can somebody mention something?
The words duplicate, like a verb and noun. The word failable.
Okay, Benjamin, thank you. The words that we learned: failure, fail, failable. Okay, excellent. Edgar, what have you learned?
Some vocabulary, for example, cobweb, dust, mold, get right, vacuum cleaner, difference between singular, things, stuffs, tools. Yep, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Edgar. We learned different vocabulary related to things that we can find at home. Thank you. And finally, with Alejandro, what have you learned so far?
There's some new words regarding the things that we can use in home, and the difference with stuff, tools, and things.
Okay, thank you, Alejandro. The different things that we can find at home and the difference among the words, things, stuff, and tools. Okay. Okay, guys. So before you leave, I would like to remember that you have to continue answering your activities on the Recreo platform. So you have today, well, you have much time to continue doing these activities, but it's important that you do them. Okay, so far, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
No, it's okay.
Okay, guys. So if you don't have any more questions about today's topic or in general, you can leave now. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, Jose.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
See you on Tuesday. Have a good weekend, guys.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.